Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. Once again, thank you for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thank you for turning Bitcoin. Thank you for turning CoinsKid into a 100k plus sub channel right here. Sharing is caring. I really do appreciate everything you do to contribute towards the growth of CoinsKid here. Great, big thumbs up. So I hope you had a really good Wednesday, and I hope you have a really good Thursday, and I hope that the week continues to be fruitful for you in whatever your ventures, okay? So yeah, do take care wherever you are. So right now with Bitcoin, you can see full transparency at all times. This is the breakdown target. If it was to start having a huge major correction, then this is where we anticipate that you would see that bounce for Bitcoin. We're not saying it will come down here, but we're saying that if it does roll and loses its key level of support right there at 49.86, then you would look at that as a really fantastic support zone for Bitcoin, in my opinion. But anyway, aside from all that, it's making progress. It's doing really well as Bitcoin. It's picking up relatively well. Obviously, as it does start to pick up, it will run into levels of resistance. But right now, I want to show you what it's got going on for itself. Obviously, you have the breakdown. Within that, you form this left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and you've got this inverse head and shoulder pattern on the go right here, which we've spoken about before. Okay, so when you create these patterns, you've got this level of resistance like this. When you break it, you know, you melt through it sometimes like that. Okay, you can see you later, I'm out of here. And because it's melted through it, you know, 9 times out of 10 you will see that back test of support, and that's effectively what you got there. When it did decide to go up, made a high, a lower high, and started to roll, you can see that it came back down and bounced off this particular resistance line as support, you know, because it absolutely melted through it there. So when it rolls, what's it going to do? Back test support, continuation, and that's exactly what it got going on for itself right there, Bitcoin. So good, that's golden, the fact that it's found in this key level of resistance as support, because that's what you want to see. Break resistance, back test of support, boom, continuation. Okay, because if it does go up and it sort of goes high, it can roll and not test it as support. It'll fall through it, just like it falls through the EMAs quite quickly. So that's good that it's got this confirmation statement there that, you know, I found support, I'm now marching on. So it's good. But above you right now for Bitcoin, you've got two really key levels of resistance ahead of you. One is this high here, obviously, because this is where you got rejected and rolled, which if you move to the left, look, this is why I put the green box in so you can see it. If you move to the left, you can see it's multiple levels of resistance right there, and there, okay? So, and also just above that particular level where this yellow line is, where on the 60k, 6210, you can see resistance, 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 resistance. So you can see that you are going to come up against that as well. And you know, resistance is tough to beat. Look how many goes you had to go at it just there in that trend where you came up and you got rejected and rolled back. So this is why you do need to see Bitcoin march on and get through it, because if it doesn't, if you don't necessarily get through this key level of resistance right here, this local high and this corrective wave down, this impulsive wave up, if you don't, you will see it roll again. And that's simple as it is. Not necessarily leading to this larger correction down to the 43k, okay? Not necessarily, but you might roll back and retest this trend line as support once more. But you know, it might not, and these are all the things as well. But right now it is bullish. I'm not going to lie to you, it is bullish. It's looking really good. And what I'm going to do is lay down a Fibonacci extension price prediction right here as well to see exactly where we are in the grand scheme of things. So there's your top and there's your bottom, just like that, and you can see, I mean, look at that where that is perfectly. Okay, so this is called a corrective wave down, okay, and this is an impulsive wave up, and you can see that the impulsive wave's found a bottom just there. It's starting to creep up, and look where the impulsive wave will end up if it carries out the impulsive wave now without rolling over or correcting or anything like that, and breaks these levels of resistance. You're going to land bang on that 63k, which is the target off this inverse head and shoulders. So that's confidence to the fact that you are adhering to some kind of trend and pattern, that you may potentially break these levels of resistance and get to that particular price prediction right there. Because if you do, from here right now, that's a whopping 10% trade for Bitcoin, which is amazing. So, you know, hopefully it does get through that. But what you do need to see is that Bitcoin breaks these key levels of resistance and does not get rejected. Now, what I am anticipating for Bitcoin, and you know, I always anticipate, I know I do, but what I am anticipating is that we do march onwards now. Okay, we do adhere to these EMAs. It's going to be a tough ride. It's not going to be an easy ride up to the 63k, because you've got these levels of resistance in front of you. But I do anticipate that if we can continue to hold these EMAs, okay, especially a 20 as support, it's going to creep us up, and we will eventually, hopefully, get there, which will be a massive confirmation statement that we are going to approach that all-time high and hopefully smash through it. And then all this consolidation range, this, no deeper ABC correction is out the window, and we're marching on in that Elliott wave, fifth wave there, up to that 200k a Bitcoin token that we've got anticipated in the channel here, which will be absolutely golden. So right now you do need to see Bitcoin get through 58930. Then I would imagine you need to see it get through 60210. Now what I might, what I think might happen for Bitcoin here, because you're painting another beautiful pattern here, which I will show you in a moment, but you might hit your head a little bit there before it comes back and has another go at it. But when you do hit this particular level here, I would expect it to get rejected at that point. But what you want to see is it come back and hold this particular level here as support, because this is the local high, okay, of the corrective wave, and the corrective wave down, impulsive wave up. So it's going to start to look something like that for Bitcoin before breaking it up to this high here. Hopefully that's what we get to. So like I said to you, once you break resistance, you want to backtest it as support. So you will want to see that backtest for Bitcoin as it breaks this level of resistance, backtest for support, do something like that, backtest for support, marching on. That's what we need to see for Bitcoin, okay? That's the healthy way, not some big green candle shooting off into space right now. Progressive, organic, backtest support, creeping, okay? You don't want these big candles like that, these big breakouts, because they always turn sour, because you got that breakout, it was a little bit unnatural, okay? And what does it do? It rolls, okay? So you don't want that. You want this nice organic growth that it's going through. It's great. It's continual. Look, high lows, higher highs, new upper channel, new trend, so it's great. So right now, from here, you could say that Bitcoin, it's got another pattern, which I'm going to show you. You've got a bullish bull flag just there, okay, which is a continuation trend. You've come up into it. You've started to trade sideways back on yourself. Looks bad, but actually it's a really good continuation pattern, because out of that, you've got a breakout. And you can see the breakout where you've broke out already. And what you're doing, you've broke up. And what you're doing, you're backtesting the particular trend line, which acts as a resistance. You're now backtesting support, which, if you get the bounce off it, is a continuation tick, basically. And you can see exactly where that particular trend line is going. The breakout that you get off the bullish flag, the bull flag, when you broke out, backtesting support, hold it, boom, 60k. So it's looking good. It's looking good for continuation. But like I said to you, you want to see it break that 58, okay, break this local high, and then obviously backtest the support, confirmation, just like you here. You've broken out here. And what you've done, you've broken up, you're backtesting support, you're holding support of this particular trend line. Now if you do start to see it roll over that trend line and roll through the MAs, then obviously this is an extinguished move and it's going to roll like this. But so far so good. You've broken up, you've broken out, you're backtesting support, boom, backtest support, boom, bit of resistance, boom, see you later, alligator, up to 63k. So that's what you want to see for Bitcoin, not some big rocket ship green candle up there, okay? Nice progressive organic growth for Bitcoin. So far so good. It's looking relatively healthy for Bitcoin, and hopefully now this is a continuation of the bull run for Bitcoin, and we do not enter a deep consolidation phase, because as we do start to enter that, it could get relatively ugly for Bitcoin, and you could see it roll and correct and come down, and even eventually come down to the 43k, because that's what happens in consolidation. It shakes out the weak hands effectively, and that's, we don't all want to see that, to be honest with you, do, because that's a bloodbath. But anyway, that's Bitcoin in a nutshell, looking relatively healthy for continuation. Take care everybody, I'll see you soon, bye bye.